morning, students. In the last we have discussed about the standard electrode potential. Now we will do the today we have do the oxides of transition elements. Firstly, in a transition in a D block, all are the metals. Metals are present in a D block elements. Clear? And when the metal is react with the oxygen, it form a metal oxide. And that metal oxide is of basic nature. In a 10th we have discussed that is the metal oxide is of basic nature and a non-metal oxide is of acidic in nature. Now we know very well that in a transition elements that shows the variable oxidation state. All the transition elements show the variation oxidation state. If we are talking about the manganese, the symbol of a manganese is Mn, and it has a maximum oxidation state is +7. It also exists in a +2, +3, +4, +5, +6 and +7 oxidation state. Clear? Now we say that when the metal is reacted with the oxygen, it form a metal oxide, and that metal oxide is of a basic nature. But if any metal shows a variable oxidation state, means they have a 2 or a 3 more than 3 oxidation state, then the variation in acidic or basic behavior is different. Always metals in a lower oxidation state shows the basic nature. When the oxidation state is lower, means in a plus and +3 oxidation state, means MnO and Mn2O3. In that they show the basic nature. In a lower oxidation state, that is the metal oxides are show the basic in nature. But in middle, if we are talking about the Mn2O4, means one is the MnO2. Second one is Mn2O5. That is in a +4 and +5 oxidation state. They show the amphoteric oxide. What are the amphoteric oxides? That they have a both reactive with them both metal and non-metal to form a salt and water. Clear? They are active with both acid and base. Sorry, they are active with both acid and bases to form a salt and a water molecule, that is called amphoteric oxides. And in higher oxidation state, that is in a +6 and +7 oxidation state, means Mn3O2, Mn2O7. In that, in a higher oxidation state, they are behave like acidic nature. They show the acidic oxides. Clear about the oxides of a metal that is of a D block element? Firstly, that is all in a transition elements, that is metals are present. When the metals are reacted with the oxygen, it form a metal oxide. But mostly that metal oxides are basic in nature. But in a case of that transition element, they show the variable oxidation state. If we are talking about taking the example of manganese, that is the symbol is Mn. They show the oxidation state up to 7 plus 2 2 plus 7. In a lower oxidation state, that is metal oxide are basic in nature. In a middle oxidation state, that is they are show the amphoteric oxide. What are the amphoteric oxide? That is they react with both metal and non-metal to form water molecule. But in a higher oxidation state, that is in a case of a plus 6 and plus 7 oxidation state, that is the metal oxides are behave like a acidic in a nature. Clear? This is about the acidic and basic reactor. Now we are talking about the these are for mostly two types of oxides in their your chapter, that is the potassium K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate. Second one is your KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate. Clear? In today, that is we have discussed about the preparation and properties of potassium dichromate. Clear? We have to discuss about potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7. Clear? And first we will do the preparation. How can we prepare the potassium dichromate? Clear? First is there are the different method. Firstly, the how the potassium dichromate is obtained. Potassium dichromate is obtained from a chromite ore. Potassium dichromate is obtained from a chromite ore. That is of a formula is chromite of ore is FeCr2O4. Clear? That is the firstly preparation. That is the preparation means how can we prepare the potassium dichromate. Potassium dichromate is prepared from the chromite ore. Formula for chromite ore is FeCr2O4. And when we are preparing the potassium dichromate, they are including the 3 steps. We can prepare the potassium dichromate in a 3 steps. First here, conversion of chromite ore into sodium chromate. That is first method. They are including the 3 steps. We can prepare the potassium dichromate in a 3 steps. First step is the conversion of a chromite ore into the sodium chromate. How can we convert? That is the firstly FeCr2O4. That is reacting with the NaOH, sodium hydroxide and oxygen. Then we get Na2CrO4 plus Fe2O3 plus water. Clear? First process is that is the firstly conversion of a chromite ore into the sodium chromate. Formula for chromite ore is that is FeCr2O4, that is reacting with the sodium hydroxide and oxygen, then form a sodium chromate and iron oxide and water molecule are eliminated. Clear? This is the first step. Second step is conversion of sodium chromate into sodium dichromate. What is the second step involved in this? That is the conversion of, we can convert the sodium chromate into sodium dichromate. How can we convert? That is a sodium chromate is Na2CrO4 react with sulfuric acid. It forms Na2Cr2O7 plus Na2SO4 plus 1. Clear? Second step is the conversion of a sodium chromate into the sodium dichromate. Sodium chromate is Na2Cr O4 that is reacted with the sulfuric acid. It form a sodium dichromate and sodium sulfate and a water molecule are eliminated. Third one step is conversion of sodium dichromate into potassium dichromate. The third step is the sodium dichromate is converted into the potassium dichromate, that is Na2Cr2O7 that is reacting with KCl. It forms K2Cr2O7 plus NaCl. Clear? And in this way we can prepare the potassium dichromate. Clear? How can we prepare? This is the most important preparation of potassium dichromate is the most important. I repeat again. Firstly, the preparation that is obtained from a chromite, or that is the formula is FeCr2O4. Second one is they are involving the three steps. Firstly, the conversion of a chromite into the sodium chromate, that is the FeCr2O4 that is reactive with the base, and air that is oxygen, that is it is converted into the sodium chromate. Iron oxide and water molecule are eliminated. In our next step, that is the sodium chromate is converted into the sodium dichromate, that is the sodium chromate that is reactive with the sulfuric acid. It forms a sodium chromate and sodium sulfate and water molecule are eliminated. In the third step, that is we can convert the sodium dichromate into the potassium dichromate, and in that we can react with the potassium chloride, and in this way we can prepare the potassium dichromate, that is K2Cr2O7 and sodium chloride is eliminated from this, and in this way we can prepare the sodium dichromate. Only this is a single preparation. Okay, this is the most important. And in the next we will do the properties of potassium dichromate. Clear? First is color and melting point. Color, it is of a orange color crystals, and melting point is 670 Kelvin. Clear? First property is the potassium dichromate is of a orange color crystals, and second one is the melting point of a potassium dichromate is 670 Kelvin. Second one is the solubility. That is, it is moderately soluble in a cold water but soluble in a hot water. That is a moderately dissolve in or soluble in a cold water and fully dissolve in a hot water. It means it is soluble in both cold and hot water. Third one is the action with heat. What will be happen then when the potassium dichromate is heated? Firstly, potassium dichromate is K2Cr2O7. When it is heated, then it is converted into the potassium chromate. Potassium chromate is K2CrO4 and chromic oxide is plus oxide is eliminated. Clear? What is the action of a heat? That is when the potassium dichromate is heated, then it is converted into the potassium chromate and chromic oxide is eliminated along with the oxygen. Fourth one property, that is the action with the alkalis. Alkalis, what are the alkalis? That is the base dissolved in the water, that are called alkalis. Now K2Cr2O7 react with potassium hydroxide. Potassium hydroxide is the alkalis, that is the base. Firstly, already we have discussed that is the color of a potassium dichromate is orange. When the potassium dichromate is react with the potassium hydroxide, then it form a potassium chromate. Then it form a potassium chromate and water molecule are eliminated. You can balance each and every occasion. Okay, when the potassium dichromate, that is of orange color, that is reactive with the base, it form a potassium chromate and that is of yellow color. These are the most important color is also. That is the potassium chromate is of orange color and potassium dichromate is of orange color and potassium chromate is of yellow color. How can we obtain when it is reactive with the base? Clear? Next one here, when the potassium chromate, that is reactive with the sulfuric acid, it is of a yellow color and it is reactive with the sulfuric acid. Sulfuric, it means acid. Then it is again converted into the potassium dichromate. And that is of orange color. Clear? Action with alkalis is clear and this is most important. That is the potassium chromate is dichromate is of orange color. When it is reactive with the base, it is converted into the potassium chromate, that is of a yellow color. Again, when the potassium chromate is we add with the sulfuric acid, it is converted into the potassium dichromate, that is of orange color. The potassium sulfate and water molecule are eliminated from this. From the above, we can say that K2Cr2 that if the pH value is less than 7, pH value is less than 7, then we can get a potassium dichromate, that is of dichromate ions, and dichromate ions is of orange color. Clear? And when the pH value of a solution is greater than 7, it means that is the solution is your chromite ions and that is of a yellow color. Clear? This is about the action with the alkalis. How can they convert their colors when they are active with the base and acid? When the dichromate is reactive with the base, it form a chromate, and that is of a yellow color. And when the chromate is reactive with the sulfuric acid, it form of a yellow color. And when the pH value is less than 7, it means the acidic solution, and it forms the dichromate ion. When they are of pH value greater than 7, it means of a yellow ions, that is of a chromate ions. Clear? Next we have discussed about the next properties. Chromyl chloride test. In a chromyl chloride test, that is potassium dichromate, is reacted with salt, that is NaCl, and H2SO4, that is a sulfuric acid. Then it forms, that is a KHSO4 plus NaHSO4 plus CrO2Cl2 plus water. And this is chromyl chloride and orange red vapors. Clear? This is also the important, that is the complete the following reaction. That is potassium dichromate is reacted with the sodium chloride and sulfuric acid. It form a potassium sulfate, okay, bisulfate, sodium bisulfate, and a chromyl chloride. Chromyl chloride is CrO2Cl2 and with the water. And that is a chromyl chloride is of a orange red vapors we get from this. The next property 6 is action with acid, hydrochloric acid. K2Cr2O7, potassium dichromate is reacted with the HCl. Then it form a KCl plus KrCl3 plus 7 molecule of water and 3 molecule of chlorine. This is action with HCl. When the potassium dichromate is reacted with the hydrochloric acid, it form a potassium chloride, chromium chloride, water and chlorine. Next one is the reaction with hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. What happens when the chromate is reacted with the hydrogen peroxide? In a case of a chromate, we take a Cr2O7 2 negative plus H2O2 plus hydrogen ion. It form a this one, chromium pentaoxide. Clear? This is about the when the reacted with the hydrogen peroxide. And last one is oxidizing crack. Potassium dichromate is behave like a powerful oxidizing agent, but in an acidic medium. But the oxidizing character, that is the potassium dichromate, is behave like a stronger oxidizing agent, but in an acidic medium. In an acidic medium, how when the potassium dichromate is reacted with the sulfuric acid, it forms K2SO4 and Cr2SO chromium sulfate plus water and plus nascent oxide. Now they will be like a oxidizing character. That is when the potassium dichromate is reactive with the sulfuric acid, means in acidic behavior, it form a nascent oxygen. And they release the nascent oxygen. Then this oxygen will behave like a strong oxidizing agent. Okay. This is about our preparation and properties of potassium dichromate. Clear? Thank you.